I avoid labels like the plague, things like narcissist or ADHD or stupid, both for myself and for others. And I have some very important reasons for doing that I'd like to share with you. I'm Nicola, and my passion is helping parents and not yet parents release their stuff so they don't pass it on to their kids. And so our kids can grow up surrounded by adults who are safe, whole and helpful. And I've been breaking my patterns of pain for the last 25 years. So at the moment, there seems to be a really strong push for us to label everyone and everything, put it all in nice, neat buckets. And I get it. The world's pretty overwhelming. It's changing. It can be chaotic. And putting things into buckets, putting labels on, can make it easier to manage. And I want to clarify that labels can sometimes be helpful in very specific situations. So for example, if you've been dealing with something for a very long time, finally getting a label for that can help you make sense of that experience. You can say, oh, now I finally understand why I'm like this or why I do that, because this is what I am dealing with. And secondly, once you understand that label, it can give you constructive things to do to improve your experience. You can draw on the experience of all the people who've come before you who've had a similar experience to get strategies to help you manage it better. And those two things are valuable, but I think that's where it stops. I don't think labels are helpful beyond that point. For example, if we label someone else, oh, they're stupid, they're annoying, they're just whatever, we're basically putting them in a bucket. We're compartmentalizing them. We're putting them over there, and we're not dealing with them as a human being. We're basically writing them off, if you like, by applying this label. We're actually saying, the problem lies with you and I don't have any part of this. And that label allows us to skip past the part that we played in that interaction. Sure, we might not ever want to speak to them again, but they brought something up in us, and it's an opportunity for us to look at that. Whatever it was that they brought up in us, we can use that opportunity to grow and improve and heal. But if we just label them, we're wasting that opportunity. And then when we label ourselves, there's three things that can happen. Firstly, a label can make us feel broken. Oh, I have this learning disability. And suddenly we feel like there's something wrong with us, like we're less than, like we're missing something, as if we're imperfect and flawed. And it moves us further away from self-acceptance. And if we're going to release our stuff, we need to move towards self-acceptance, to embracing who we are in all of our shades. And so labels that make us feel broken can do the opposite of that. Secondly, a label can make us feel limited. Oh, well, I have this learning disability, so I can't possibly do this or learn that or take on that responsibility or get that job. We're actually deciding in advance that we're not capable because of this label. This label can make us think, oh, well, I can't do that. So we're limiting ourselves, and we're functioning from a very fixed mindset that says, well, I can't grow and change, I can't get better. And what we want to heal is to have a growth mindset where we say, I can do things differently, I can learn, I can change, I can improve, I am capable. And thirdly, when you combine the idea of feeling broken and limited, we can end up feeling very disempowered, like we can't change it. This is who we are. We have this label. Let's say I have a learning disability. Well, that's just who I am. And then we sort of fall into this place of feeling like, well, that's just how the way things are. There's nothing I can do about it. So there's no point trying. Nothing I do is going to work. And we end up in this very unhelpful, very disempowered place where we just don't try. And that's not good for healing, not good for growth, not good for releasing the stuff that's holding us back. So I want you to be very careful about how you use labels. By all means, if you find them helpful, use them. But the moment they move into a place where they start to feel like they're limiting you or holding you back or doing harm in some way, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Does it feel broken? Does it make me feel broken? Does it make me feel limited? Do I feel powerless? Or do I see that other person that I'm applying this label to, do I see them as broken or limited or powerless? And if that is the case, step back from that label, let go of the need for that label, and try to see them or yourself as a whole human being in all of your many flavors and facets and capabilities and challenges and personality traits and all of the things that make you who you uniquely are, and embrace that. So if you want more ways to break free from the limitations of the past, there's a link to a freebie with my favourite techniques for releasing emotional issues. And if you'd like a simple technique to help you sit with uncomfortable emotions instead of labelling them and pushing them away and not dealing with them, you might find this video helpful. And I'll see you in the next one.